The question of whether we're alone in the universe has haunted humanity for centuries. It's the kind of thing that hits you late at night, staring at the stars, wondering if someone or something is staring back. The universe is massive, with billions of galaxies, trillions of stars, and planets beyond counting. It feels almost cocky to think we're the only ones here. But then we've got no smoking gun, no alien handshake, no cosmic text message saying, "Yo, Earth, what's good?" On this episode of the Stuffology Show, we're diving deep into this mystery. We'll trace its origins, unpack the key moments in our search for extraterrestrial life, and explore its lasting impact on science, culture, and our sense of place in the cosmos. I'm leaning hard into the idea that we're not alone, but I'll give the lonely Earth folks their say. Let's jump in. This question isn't some modern sci-fi obsession, it's ancient. Way back in the 4th century BCE, Greek philosopher Epicurus was musing about an infinite universe filled with countless worlds, some probably inhabited. That's bold thinking for a guy with no telescope. By the 16th century, Giordano Bruno, an Italian monk, doubled down, saying the stars were suns with their own planets, maybe teeming with life. The Catholic Church didn't love that idea. Bruno got burned at the stake for it, and other heresies. But the spark was lit. By the 1800s, better telescopes fueled bigger dreams. Astronomer Percival Lowell swore he saw canals on Mars, proof of intelligent life. Turns out, those were just tricks of light and bad optics, but the excitement was real. People weren't just doing science. They were weaving stories, blending myth and hope, imagining neighbors in the stars. Let's talk scale because this is where the "we're not alone" argument gets its muscle. The Milky Way, our galaxy, has about 100 billion stars. The observable universe? Try 2 trillion galaxies. That's a number so big, it's basically a cosmic flex. Even if only a tiny fraction of stars have planets, and a tiny fraction of those are in the habitable zone, where liquid water can exist, you're still left with billions of potential life-friendly worlds. In 1961, astronomer Frank Drake came up with the Drake equation to estimate how many communicative alien civilizations might be out there. It considers things like star formation rates, the odds of planets forming, and the likelihood of life evolving into something that can build a radio. Plug in conservative numbers, and you still get dozens, maybe thousands of civilizations in our galaxy alone. It's not hard proof, but it's a strong nudge toward we've got company. Exoplanet discoveries back this up. Since the 1990s, we've confirmed over 5,000 planets orbiting other stars, and the number keeps climbing. Many sit in that Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold, just right for life as we know it. Take Kepler, 452b, a rocky planet orbiting a sun-like star, about 1,400 light-years away. It's Earth's distant cousin, maybe hosting oceans or microbes. We've also found planets around stars wildly different from ours, like red dwarfs, which suggests life might not need a perfect Earth clone to thrive. And life doesn't have to mean aliens with spaceships. It could be bacteria, algae, or something so where we can't even picture it. On Earth, we've got microbes living in boiling geysers, deep-sea vents, and even radioactive waste. If life's that tough here, imagine what it could do on a planet with a bit of water and sunlight. Now, let's give the "we're alone" side their shot. The Fermi Paradox is their heavy hitter. Named after physicist Enrico Fermi, it asks, if the universe is so big and so old, where the heck are the aliens? If intelligent life is common, shouldn't we have seen a spaceship, picked up a signal, or at least found a cosmic post-it note by now? The paradox suggests life might be rare, or intelligent life even rarer. Maybe civilizations nuke themselves into oblivion or cook their planets before they can send a hello. The Great Filter Theory takes it darker. There's some cosmic hurdle. Maybe the leap from single-celled life to complex organisms, or from intelligence to interstellar travel, that almost no one clears. If that's true, Earth might be a freak accident, a 1 in a trillion shot. It's a sobering idea, and it's got some logic behind it. But let's swing back to why I'm betting on a crowded universe. UFOs, or UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, to sound fancy, keep things spicy. In 2021, the Pentagon dropped a report on 144 UAP cases that couldn't be explained by known tech, weather, or optical illusions. Navy pilot videos, like the Tic Tac footage from 2004, show objects zipping around at impossible speeds. No wings, no exhaust, no nothing. Sure, it could be cutting-edge human tech, kept under wraps, or maybe weird atmospheric plasma. But when seasoned pilots say they've never seen anything move like that, it's hard not to raise an eyebrow. And it's not just modern sightings. Ancient texts like India's Mahabharata describe vimanas, flying machines battling in the skies. Medieval European art shows weird objects hovering above saints. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's enough to make you wonder if we've had visitors for centuries. Then there's the search for signals. The SETI program, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, has been eavesdropping on the cosmos since the 1960s, hunting for radio waves or laser pulses that scream alien tech. In 1977, astronomer Jerry Emmon caught the WOW signal, a 72-second blast of radio waves so intense it didn't match any natural source. It's never repeated, but it's still the gold standard of what was that moments. Today, projects like Breakthrough Listen use AI to comb through massive datasets, looking for patterns that might be an alien podcast or a cosmic Morse code. We haven't found anything definitive, but our tech's improving and we're listening to more of the sky than ever. If aliens are chatting, we might just pick up the call. What about life's building blocks? Scientists have found amino acids, key ingredients for proteins, in meteorites that crashed to Earth. That means the stuff of life is out there, floating in space, maybe seeding planets via comets. The Miller-Urey experiment in the 1950s showed you can zap simple chemicals like methane and water with electricity and get organic molecules, the precursors to life. If a lab can do that, why not a planet with billions of years to cook? Closer to home, places like Europa, a moon of Jupiter, have subsurface oceans that could be brimming with microbes. Saturn's moon Enceladus has geysers spewing water and organic compounds. NASA's planning missions to both. If we find even a single bacterium out there, it's a game changer. It means life isn't an Earth-only fluke. The we're alone side has one more point to make, and it's a good one. The universe is 13.8 billion years old, but Earth's only 4.6 billion. Complex life took billions of years to evolve here, and intelligent life even longer. If advanced civilizations are common, why haven't we seen a galactic empire, a megastructure like a Dyson sphere, or even a stray probe? The silence is deafening. Some say aliens are too far away, their signals too faint, or they're using tech we can't detect, like neutrinos or quantum communication. Others argue they might be watching us, but we're too primitive to notice, like ants oblivious to a human picnic. Still, the lack of hard evidence is the strongest case for the lonely Earth hypothesis. But I'm not buying it, and here's why. The math is just too compelling. Even if only 0.001% of the Milky Way's 100 million habitable planets have life, that's still 1,000 worlds. Scale that to 2 trillion galaxies, and the numbers are absurd. Add in the resilience of life. Earth's extremophiles thriving in places we thought were impossible, and it's hard to believe we're the only ones. Then there's the cultural angle. Our obsession with aliens, from H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds to movies like Close Encounters, isn't just fantasy. It's a gut feeling that the universe is too big to be empty. Sci-fi reflects our hope, but also our logic. With so many stars, someone's got to be out there. Let's dig deeper into the science. Astrobiology, the study of life in the universe, has exploded in the last few decades. We're finding organic molecules everywhere, on comets, in interstellar clouds, even in the atmospheres of distant exoplanets. The James Webb Space Telescope is sniffing out biosignatures like methane or oxygen that could hint at life. Meanwhile, Mars rovers like Perseverance are scouring the red planet for signs of ancient microbes. If we find fossilized bacteria in Martian rocks, it's not just a win for science. It's proof the universe can roll the dice on life more than once. And don't sleep on Venus. Recent studies suggest its clouds might harbor microbes adapted to extreme acidity. Life finds a way, and it's probably doing so all over the place. UFOs keep popping up in the conversation, and for good reason. Beyond the Pentagon's report, there's a long history of sightings that don't add up. In 1961, Betty and Barney Hill, an American couple, claimed they were abducted by aliens in New Hampshire. Their story, backed by detailed descriptions and hypnosis sessions, became a cornerstone of UFO lore. Skeptics call it a hallucination or a tall tale, but the consistency of their account is tough to dismiss. More recently, whistleblowers like David Grush, a former intelligence officer, have claimed the U.S. government has non-human craft in its possession. No hard proof has surfaced, but the fact that Congress is holding hearings on UAPs says something. Governments don't usually chase wild geese. SETI's work deserves another shout-out. Beyond the wow signal, there have been other tantalizing blips. In 2020, astronomers spotted a signal from Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our Sun. It turned out to be human interference, but for a moment, it had everyone buzzing. The tech we're using now is light years ahead of the 1970s. Machine learning can spot patterns in radio data that humans might miss. And we're not just looking for radio waves anymore. Optical SETI searches for laser pulses, and some scientists even propose looking for technosignatures, like pollution or artificial lights on distant planets. If aliens are broadcasting, we're getting better at tuning in. The "we're alone" argument leans hard on the idea that intelligent life is a cosmic longshot. They point to Earth's history. It took 3.5 billion years for life to go from microbes to mammals, and another few million for humans to invent Wi-Fi. Maybe the conditions for intelligence, stable climates, the right chemistry, a big enough planet, are so rare that we're it. Or maybe intelligent life is common but short-lived, snuffed out by asteroids, supernovae, or self-inflicted disasters. The doomsday argument suggests any advanced civilization, including ours, might be statistically likely to collapse before reaching the stars. It's a grim take, but it explains the silence. Yet the not alone side has more going for it. Consider the panspermia hypothesis. Life might spread across the galaxy like dandelion seeds, carried by comets or meteorites. If microbes can survive the vacuum of space, and we know some can, then one fertile planet could seed a whole star system. Then there's the zoo hypothesis. Maybe aliens are watching us, but they've got a don't interfere policy like cosmic wildlife observers. Or the simulation hypothesis. What if the universe itself is a computer program, and we're just one of many experiments? These ideas sound wild, but they're no wilder than assuming we're the only ones here. The universe doesn't care about our egos. It's too big for that. The legacy of his question is huge. It's not just about finding aliens. It's about what the search teaches us. SETI has pushed radio astronomy forward, giving us tools to study black holes and pulsars. Exoplanet hunts have revealed the diversity of worlds out there, rewriting our understanding of how planets form. Missions to Mars, Europa, and beyond are stretching our tech and our imaginations. Culturally, the idea of alien life has shaped everything from religion to blockbuster movies. It forces us to ask, what makes us human? Would meeting aliens unite us or spark chaos? Even if we never find ET, the quest keeps us curious, humble, and driven to explore. So are we alone? I'm betting no. The universe is too vast, too old, and too full of possibilities for Earth to be the only speck with life. The skeptics have a point. Where's the proof? But absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence. Every new telescope, every rover, every signal scan brings us closer to an answer. Maybe we'll find microbes on Europa, a signal from a distant star, or a UFO that's undeniably not ours. Until then, the stars are out there whispering possibilities. Keep looking up, they might just whisper back.